I've been installing and let me start it over.
Hold on, man. Oh my God.
You think installing your new dryer is complicated? Definitely not. I'm gonna show you a couple tips and tricks that should make installing your new dryer a breeze. Hey, I'm Rashawn, I'm with Install. I've been installing appliances now for 27 years. And today we're gonna be installing this dryer here, and the tools needed would be a Phillips head screwdriver, as well as your drill. We're gonna use a power drill. We're gonna use a semi-rigid flex vent and a 4-prong dryer cord. All right, let's go. First thing first, we're gonna start by removing this access panel, Phillips head bit. We're gonna reverse this screw out of here. And then you wanna remove the ground screw first. And the reason I remove the ground screw first is because once you get the other 3 legs of the wire connected, it's harder to move the ground screw way over here with the resistance from the other screws. So I'm gonna remove this little screw, other screw. We're gonna start first by installing our 4-prong dryer cord. I'm gonna bring the prongs up through this hole here. And like I said, you wanna stay with this ground leg first, because this is the one that's gonna give you the most trouble when you're trying to install the rest of them. Ground is usually green. We're gonna go ahead and start with the ground green screw. And I like to line mine up color coordinated, where the red is to the red, white is to the white, black is to the black. And you want to gently start turning your screw kind of slowly. You don't want to automatically get your drill and just go full speed when you're installing these nuts, because they can be stripped out quite easily. If you miswire these, red to black, black to red, it will still work. But the most important thing is getting your green to your ground, because what this does, this grounds the machine. You want to take the screw out of the ground, move the white over, and then connect the 2 whites. If your machine is not grounded, you have some type of electrical resistance or something, you can actually get electrocuted by touching your machine. So we're gonna continue to go with the white, white on white, and they go in the middle compartment. Like I said, a little trick I use, I hit reverse on my drill first. That lets me know that my threads are inserted in there right. And then I can go forward with my drill, and that's an easy process. Then this last leg, which is the black leg, the hot leg, I'm gonna back wind that screw first. And then we're gonna go forward to ensure our threads are threading right. And then I'm using the Phillips bit, but this Phillips bit is magnetic. And the reason it's magnetic, because you wanna keep hold of the screws that when you take out, you don't want them dropping down in the compartment of the dryer, because once they drop down there, you got to take this hole back out just to get that screw. So we're going to go ahead and put this access panel plate back on. And now we're going to install the most important part, which is the restraint clamp. And the restraint clamp is used to protect the wires from rubbing against the metal here, potentially getting frayed and electrocuting somebody. So we're gonna start with the smaller clamp with the smaller holes at the bottom. We're gonna insert these tabs, kind of flip it till it forms to the cord. And once you get that lined up, you come with the top bracket with the larger holes, insert the tabs on that one, flip it so it lines up. Once you get that lined up, you wanna come in with 1 screw first. Then we go hit it with the other screw. Now you can drill to where they're nice and tight. And what that does, that keeps the cord in there nice and snug. So if somebody is pulling on it, potentially a cleaner or somebody trying to clean behind the dryer, they're not yanking this cord out, causing damage to the unit. All right, now it's time to install your dryer duct. First things first, I'm gonna grab the dryer duct. We're gonna slide it over the vent like so. We're gonna get this clamp. I'm gonna use the Phillips head to tighten this clamp this time. This one has a 5/16 head on it. So you wanna position your clamp in a manner where the head is facing out this way. It gives you room to kind of operate your drill, hand tool, or whatever you're using to tighten your vent. Now that we have the dryer vent nice and tight, the next step of the process is actually pulling up the vent and running the path where it's like an S curve. And the reason I have an S curve is because this vent sits to the left of your dryer. So this S curve is gonna perfectly position this vent, for when I slide it back, I can apply it and then tighten that up. I'm doing it a little bit different now because I'm shooting a video, but we're gonna try to make it happen anyway. Put this clamp, same hex head screw, 5/16. Slide the vent on the house vent, and I'm gonna tighten it, but I'm not gonna tighten it all the way. And the reason I'm not gonna tighten it all the way is just because I can have a little leeway when it's time for me to form that S when I'm sliding the dryer back. So let's see. And what I'm gonna do now is tighten this screw. This was the screw we kind of left loose. And the reason I left it loose because you need to navigate this thing. So right when you get this in the right position, you need to have it, let's say right about there. You wanna come and tighten it. And now's the money shot. Time to plug in your dryer. And if everything is done correctly, you shouldn't get any sparks. Now it's time to slide the dryer back into position while keeping an eye on that S shape that you can put in the vent, because you don't want to crimp that vent at all. You want to have it perfectly open so the air flows out and the clothes dry like they should. Now, if you do not have an electric dryer and you have a gas dryer at home, be sure to pick up this kit from Eastman. This is a gas dryer install kit, and it comes with the necessary fittings that you need to connect to your dryer. The next step in the process is leveling your dryer. You want to come and get your torpedo level, place it on your dryer this way, and it's going to let you know if it's level from front to back. Front to back looks pretty good. And then you want to get it and go sideways, left to right. And this is going to tell you if it's balanced from left to right. It is not. I can already tell from the way that this thing is rocking that the front leg needs to be adjusted. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our torpedo level on it from left to right. And I'm going to come here and we're going to lower this leg down until you don't have any wobble in the dryer anymore. And then when you come to the front of it, you're checking your level again once you get it leveled, and there you have it, a level dryer installed perfectly. Well, that does it for us installing our electric dryer. But before you walk away from your electric dryer, I want you to test it, make sure it's warming up like it should, and then once you do that, you should be ready for your washer. So it's been a fun time with you. I appreciate you tuning in, and you guys have a blessed day.